I bought an empty lot that was all grass, 300-foot deep lot. And the rain gardens had a number of vendors that I could talk to, and I then expressed that I didn't want to mow, that I was a fifth-generation rural Iowa farm boy, and I liked native plants. Jeff and Abundant Design was the only group that gave me everything I want.
You didn't want a drop of stormwater to leave the property. You wanted to do your part to reduce the storm surge and no mowing. The setup, we did the percolation test. I didn't think a rain garden was possible either until we actually did the infiltration test, and it drained quite well. Kind of the focal point for the front yard was the rain garden. John had already had the driveway graded to move all the water towards that front corner, sized it to match the roof area that was captured and the driveway itself. And then with the tree in the center, there was some hedges in there with those burning bush, I think.
Yes.
An invasive plant, and replaced them with some aronia. We also brought in some viburnum shrubs. And then with that border, with the tree in the middle, a nice walking path for maintenance. And if you want to just have a cup of coffee and walk through the woods in the spring when the stuff's blooming.
The front rain garden will fill up with 1.5 inches of rain. It gets all of the concrete and 2 downspouts come to it. And it will drain within 12 hours.
And as they're designed with engineered soil mix, they're designed to function even before the plants mature. But now that the plants have matured, it's going to infiltrate that stormwater a lot faster. The rain gardens we typically plant with growing stock, and it was more of a design space. We can pick and choose what we want where. So we can put smaller plants along the pathways and then the taller plants farther out into the planting beds. Since we're chemical free, it's harder to get a site prepped. We did a couple rounds of tillage to really hinder the grass, and then we solarized it with clear plastic. The solarization, it turns it into like a super greenhouse. Any of the seed bank that's remaining, you're encouraging it to germinate, but then as the summer progresses, the heat just really cooks it. So then we followed that with a dormant seeding. We did target different areas with different seed mixes. Some wet spots where the back rain garden overflows, we put the wet meadow mix, a quick establishing prairie mix. So we wanted to get as many flowers going as fast as we could. That took 2 years of mowing. Right. To keep the weeds, the annual weeds from going to seed. But by the end of year 2, we could see a lot of the prairie plants had taken off. Things had filled in really well.
Yeah, this is the first year of not mowing. It's what was expected, but it takes patience. Last night I had visitors who are part of the Beaverdale Garden Walk to look at it for a spot for 2 years, and they just loved it as well. They love plants, they love nature. What's interesting to me is this is a pollinator oasis. So that is one season that's really interesting here. When it's pretty and it's alive and it's busy. I haven't had a winter yet with the big tall plants, but it does look nice in the snow. There's 450 feet of paths in the backyard. Those are nice to walk and get different views, especially now while the pollinators are there and not wanting to sting me. They're interested in the flowers. 2 weeks ago it was all white flowers. Now we're getting purple and yellow and other colors, and so it gets more interesting. And so through the summer, different ones will come up. Well, I depended on Jeff a lot because I don't know the plants, or I didn't know the plants, and getting to know some of their names. And Jeff's always available for consulting. And last year I had him come in and do some maintenance.
It's always exciting when we can combine several elements from sidewalk to back fence.
Jeff and Abundant Design was really responsive. They're the only one that addressed everything I wanted, and they're always available for advice and consulting and updating. I bicycle a lot, and I depend on a bike shop where I know the people and they give me good advice. It's that same kind of thing. I find somebody I can depend on, and I'm happy with that. And I'm excited to see what next year will be.